Her friend's laughter echoed through the marble lobby. High, brittle, meant to slice. No room for tag-alongs, she said, waving my reservation email like confetti. My wife's smile stayed thin. Only the elites tonight, love. Be flexible. A dozen faces smirked behind champagne flutes. I set my suitcase down, felt heat crawl up my neck, then disappear, swallowed by something colder. I understand, I said. Turned, walked out into the rain. Phone buzzed 5 steps later. I silenced it. Another buzz, another plea. I kept walking until the resort lights shrank to fireflies behind me. Taxi to town, cheap motel room, single key, humming neon. I sat on the edge of the bed, replaying her words. Elites. 7 years of marriage and I was suddenly economy class. Yet I'd funded this trip. My card paid every suite, every spa package, every bottle of vintage wine now tipping into their glasses. Anger wanted eruption. I offered it calculation. Laptop open. Bank portal, itinerary copies, flight manifests. 2 anomalies. A second credit card in her maiden name, maxed on jewelry. Text threads with Ben. Messages archived, heart-stamped, geographic tags in the same resort. Infidelity by geography. Betrayal by omission. They mocked my status because she'd sold my presence as irrelevant. I called the resort manager, old college roommate, still owed me a favor. Asked for quiet access to guest services logs. Within minutes, PDFs arrived, room service receipts for 8, but food for 9, charged to my card. I traced Ben's surname to a startup hemorrhaging cash. Cross-checked investors. My wife's family trust floated their seed round. Of course. Next, I encrypted a simple script. Freeze every credit line linked to our joint accounts at dawn. Flag any attempts as fraud. Send alerts to my phone. I booked a helicopter for sunrise. Destination, the private villa complex adjoining the resort. In my own name. Paid in advance. Cash. Then I waited, phone vibrating nonstop. Calls from her, then texts. Where are you? Come back. Stop being dramatic. I let the battery die. Morning light carved gold on the sea when I stepped onto the villa terrace. From this height, their infinity pool party looked like ants circling spilled sugar. The manager arrived with a sealed envelope, security footage stills of my wife and Ben holding hands in the corridor outside a single suite. Time-stamped midnight. I forwarded the images to her phone with a single caption. Elite enough for you? Read receipt popped. Then a new call. I declined. 5 minutes later, the resort shuttle climbed the hill. My wife, her entourage, Ben trailing. Their faces shifted when they saw the villa gates open for me alone. They stormed onto the patio. Accusations flew, too loud for the sunrise. I poured coffee, unmoved. My card's being declined, she spat. I noticed, I said, sliding the security photos across the table. Ben blanched. Her friends fell silent. Only Surf answered. I handed the manager a second folder, transfer documents. As of midnight, the villa complex, spa, and top-floor suites belonged to Horizon Ice LLC, my shell company, effective immediately. You can stay, I told them, but your rooms are no longer complimentary. Elite rate starts at $10,000 a night, payable up front. My wife's voice cracked. You're punishing me. No, I said softly. I'm upgrading. Ben walked away first, muttering about flights home. Her friends followed. She stayed, tears balancing on lashes. I chose the wrong side, she whispered. I set my wedding band on the table, its circle glinting, empty. There is no side, just altitude. Afternoon sun torched the horizon as a single-engine plane carried her entourage toward the mainland, seats paid with borrowed miles. I stood on the villa balcony, breeze salt-sharp, ownership papers heavy in my pocket, yet weightless in my mind. Silence settled, luxurious. No ringing phone, no dripping contempt. Only waves, and the clean click of a final door closing behind them. I raised a glass to the vacant coastline. Some vacations begin with arrival. Mine began the moment I left.